Hiya, kids and cadets. How's it going? Thanks for coming out. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm changing my name to Tommy Time Pressure Washer Service because I've gotten 4 in a matter of days. This is the last one I worked on. We'll discuss it. So I think 1 out of 3 is going to be dead, not repairable. The first one I worked on was this DeWalt. This thing had been submerged. This XL started right away. Scrapper said it ran and he didn't lie. So this one was a bear on the DeWalt, Honda powered, but we got it going. Then my neighbor down the street, I had fixed about 3 little handheld 2-cycle jobbers for him. Recently, I think I fixed a mower for him last year. He drags crap down for me to fix, and I do it happily. So he gave me that. That was a donation. We had this home light on the table, 2700 PSI. This thing had rock salt filling the intake. The cylinder was filled with rock salt. So carburetor was kind of rough. I ultrasonic cleaned that, and that's in rough condition. Decided to take the valve cover off, and we did have water in the crankcase. Water poured out of here, and then oil. So what I've been doing is just putting, I'm using Marvel Mystery, my homemade rust buster, the acetone ATF 5050. I've got a stuck intake valve amongst other things. So I can't budge it yet. The rings are probably rusty. So this may be an ongoing project, and it may be a dead project. You can see the shaft has got some rust on it. You got the corrosion on the pump. Made in PRC, People's Republic of China. So this thing might be unsalvageable. I was working on this and had to cut you guys short. A guy passing by saw me and wanted to talk to me about fixing something. I had to cut you guys loose. So then I just jumped onto this one. So we'll discuss it. You can see it's kind of a no-name PowerWasher, which is registered 2600 PSI, 2.1 gallon. No really identifying name on it or anything. It looks like a cheap Walmart special. I believe it's in French, so French and English up here. All my friends north of the border. Gasolina. I thought that was Spanish. So the only thing I found on this thing were some ID numbers and a serial number. So I looked it up. This is the LC1 Papa 70 Frank. So this comes back as, I believe, a 166cc. It's a Loncin. Because I took the valve cover off, I wanted to do valve adjustment so you could see what I found on their website, the intake and the exhaust. And it was within tolerance, so I didn't mess with the valve lash. So the thing with this thing is the carburetor. Somebody had let it sit, and the carb had some rustola. Not Rust-Oleum, rustola. So I clean that ultrasonic, clean it, put it all back together. Kind of a different setup here. On and off is down here. Choke is out. There's my Loncin number on the back. I was messing with one of my other pressure washers and I accidentally blew the warning off of it. I kind of did the deck here and got a little aggressive, so that's all that. Reason I can't get model numbers is this is all gone. There's part of a barcode here and I can't figure out anything else. So it's got oil. The only thing I'm going to do now is see if she purrs like a kitten. The biggest problem I had was with the wand. I hooked up city water, grabbed the handle. I wasn't getting much or any water through the hose. So I disconnected it here. I had good action through the hose, and then I concentrated on the handle. I took the tip of the wand off. I had good action up to here. But this is one of these cheap all-in-one tips. You twist the tip and you get high pressure. This here is low pressure when you open it up. So this is a Harvey the Homeowner Special. One tip all-in-one. It's a small unit, easily stored in the garage. It's not a big commercial unit like the DeWalt we just looked at. So I had a little bit of dribble of rusty water. So I kept working it. There's a small pinhole down there that was clogged with rust. I think I finally opened it up, used air pressure and a little wire and cleaned out the hole down there. So I think we're good on this. Like I said, that took me longer to pick all that rust out than it was to clean the carby. So let's see what this thing will do. It's a low pressure, do it yourself. When we get it going, I've got this submerged, I think it's a Yard machine, came out of the Palmetto group. It was frozen lock solid, so we can blast the underside of the deck, see what kind of pressure this multi-tip wand does for us. So I got to add gas. There was no gas in this thing. To save money, they don't have any inline fuel shutoff, which might be a good thing. But they do have a drain on the bottom of the bowl. If you guys got one like this, you can pour the gas out of the tank and drain what's in the bowl there, and it'll start next season. These don't get used every week, not a homeowner unit, maybe a couple times a year, and then they just sit in the garage. Okay, got to position this a little differently. I don't think it's seen a lot of use. All the fittings on the high pressure hose, I don't see a lot of rust here and there. They probably used it one season, let gas sit in it, and that was the end of the story. So the on and off switch is on. I'll pull the choke out. The only other thing is it came in without a cover. So it's got the standard Honda or any of the foreign carb setups. Maybe I can find a different backing plate or make a homemade filter and attach it on here. The only thing you got to have is the breather hose. The choke lever here is independent of the backing plate. So I just have to concentrate on finding something here, even if it was just the 2 bolts here. I don't need the third one. That's just a support back there. I could leave that one off. 2's going to be fine. So let me put you here. That way I can shift you over to the deep sea mower. Okay, let's see what we're going to do, Clucky. If it doesn't work, I got to blame somebody, and you're nearby, so you're going to take the brunt of the blame. Let me grab the tip to relieve the pressure, the wand, in other words. I'll pull on that so I got water flow. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. Okay. Put the NGK plug back in this because I stole it to test another machine. So that's not good. Do I got to goose it? Oh, no wonder. I had it backwards. On the choke, I had it full open. Choke is towards the carb. So that was my faulty. Take the choke off. Uh-oh, what happened? Let it sit too long idling and it built up too much pressure. But that seemed to work good on the fan. That was enough pressure. The direct shot, the full stream was pretty powerful. If I was cleaning mowers, I'd just use the fan because it seems to be knocking off the grease and the dried grass pretty easily. So I got blasted. I got snot all over my legs, shoes. So that's about it. That's all I can show you on this. I got somebody walking up the sidewalk, so I don't want to blast them with a bunch of noise. I'll try starting it again when they walk by. Hope that was just a fluke. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How much do they run?
120 for a small one like this, and the self-propelled are more.
The more, okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know, because just not too long ago, my friend was asking, you know where I can get a used lawnmower? And I didn't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah, I'm here on the weekends,
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday. I'll have them out front, the ones that are ready to go.
That's good to know.
Yeah, tomorrow I got a couple of people coming out.
Wonderful.
So
okay.
by 9, I'll have them in the front if they want to see my inventory.
Oh, wonderful. That's good to know.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, they awesome. Thank you
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Have a good day today.
Thank you.
Potential sale. Look like an elderly lady with her daughter getting some sunshine. Florida sun. It's good for the old bones. Okay, let's see what this thing did or didn't do. So it's already warm. I don't need to choke it. Chokes off. Switch is still on.